Good evening, ladies and gentle people. How are you this evening? We may well have an early finish tonight, depending on the weather over in Florida, because I might have to shoot in the house, and people may well leave to do the same thing because of the space flight. But that's by the by. I will just bring in my earworms and let you know who is here. And there you go.
Hello.
So everybody apart from me, it looks like, is joining in with the space theme tonight. So what I'm going to be doing tonight, guys, I've got a piece of oak on the lathe. In fact, I'll just change cam so you can see that. These cameras are working. They've been acting up. Yeah, I'll stick with the overhead for the moment. Nice piece of oak. It is, what is it? It's 5 inches deep by 7 3/4 across. I'm going to turn a fairly basic bowl. I think it's going to be very highly textured using the Robert Sorby texturing tool. And then I'm going to be using some metal reactive paints on it. I have put a link in the description where you can get paints in the UK. There's probably more than this site that does them. But this, I couldn't be bothered looking a hell of a lot. So this is one of the main sites that does them. As you can see, hang on, I'll just drop the guys out. I'll stick in the background, guys, and then we can... you can stop telling us who's that stop chatting.
Oh, right.
That's one giant turn for man, one small turn for womankind.
Right, so I've got cracks here. There's cracks here that go all the way across. So I'm going to put a tenon on the bottom of this one to hold it rather than a mortise, because the mortise will probably expand the cracks, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to be using...
Curries do that.
Do they?
What? Yeah, they expand the cracks.
Okay. I'm going to be using my Robert Sorby 3/8 ball gouge with a fingernail grind on. I'm turning it around about, none there, 750 at the moment. Yeah, around about 750. I'll get the bottom straightened off, get the tenon on, get it shaped up. I'm not doing any sanding tonight. I'm going to leave it straight from the tool, so I'll try and get a decent cut on it, because it is going to be heavily textured and it is going to be coloured. And the whole point of doing this is trying to give an aged look to the piece. So we'll see how we get on with that. Right, I'll shut up now and start turning.
Cool. You got a super chat already?
Yeah, I saw that. Cheers, Andy. Thanks, JP.
All right. Yeah, revving up the accent star. Listen to the lathe roar. Highway to the danger zone.
In your case, which in your case is clearly the WC after you've been in.
Yeah, I'll go spaceman because I'm pretty space. You can sing that Major Tom song. Spaceman, intergalactic cry. Yeah, that one. Should we go through who's in the chat, gentlemen?
I think that's an intelligent thing for us to do. Try to come up with space-related names for them as we go through.
Spacey McSpace. Can I make the first one a shark one?
Well, like Baby Shark.
No,
be careful here. We can't have Wayne laugh too much. He's turning.
Wayne. It's Tommy. Dun.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Hey,
Well done.
very
good. Very good.
Cool. Right, so
we've got to go through and think of their people's names with space-related, yeah?
Space-related things. There's Alistair C. Clark. I'm okay. I'm out. I'm out now.
Alistair Sea of Tranquility.
I'm out now.
Okay, right. Anyway, let's go. We've got Hobby Turners in.
Yep.
How you doing?
We've got
Daniel
Ronnie.
Chapman's in.
Oh,
Daniel Chapman's in. We've got Pointy End up, Flamey Turner down, Nick. We've got Wivey Woodshed. We have the ever lovely Jeff Christie. We have Ian in the Whitby Bay control room, launch control. We have Robert Lousley. We have Kevin Newman. Hi, Kev.
Hi, Kev.
We have got Finger on the button, Fingers McLaren.
Houston, we have a problem.
We have I've lost my thread now. Where was it? Hobby Turner. Hobby Turner. James Cassidy.
Evening, Jim.
Emmanuel Wood Turning for Beginners Group. Oh, hello. Duncan Barber. Adam J. Herb Hooper.
Evening, Herb.
Doug Miller.
There's a couple of super chats. You got £5 from Nick Dews and £2 from Rob CP.
Thanks very much, guys.
Steve Robbins is in the chat. Martin Dickinson is in the chat. Mick Hughes is in the chat. Mick, Mike, the Midnight Joker's in the chat. Steve Young's in the chat. We've done Georgia. Robert CP's in the chat. And that kind of brings us up. And Chiskywood Creations is in the chat.
Good evening, everybody.
We have 60 watching, sir.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
This could take some time. This wood is hard as nail. Look at that. I'm pushing on there. It's not cutting at all.
Oh, and of course, Mark, the gentleman, Wood Turner. Mark, you were way off the top of the screen, sir. I apologize. Dory 60 is in the chat.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, well.
I don't want to put pressure on you or anything, Wayne, but the space launch has got nearly 50,000.
Oh, well. Right.
Richard Phelan's in.
Evening,
Wait,
Rich.
did you say you were turning a bowl or a rocket nozzle?
Yes.
Yeah.
It says it's okay. I can be a steely-eyed rocket man. I'm a rocket man.
I bet Mark's got the glasses as well.
Which eye, Mark? Since it's so steely-eyed. Which eye is it? Left or right?
Rocket man. Oh, JP. Creed.
Have we get Wind Commander over there?
Andy and the Jets.
Launch control over at Whitby Bay.
Who's Major Tom?
It's got to be Wayne. Wayne has to be Major Tom.
In it. It's got to be Wayne.
This is going to be hard work, this is.
Tool control to Major Wayne.
Wayne, in the grand scheme of things, they're firing a rocket into space. It's really...
Well, that's true.
It might be a little bit tough. I can't imagine that. So, I know. Let me stick. Let me
In the nicest possible way. I bet some bumholes are flapping at the moment.
Shouldn't have had refried beans before they got on the rocket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what they did have.
I bet they
So
didn't
I'll
have tacos.
tell you
for
what they
lunch.
should have had. What they should have had was bloody British Army combo rations. You eat some of them, you don't go for a week.
I bet they didn't have
Come
tacos.
on.
In our little chat earlier, but what would be your playlist? You were sat in spaceship, that and fired off into space. I would want some music, to be quite honest with you. I would want.
I'd want a theme from Apollo 13.
The theme for I'd want the theme from Forrest Gump.
Really?
There's some classic songs on there.
Yeah.
Clear Creedence Revival's on there. Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Twisted Trees just donated £2, Wayne.
Thank you, Pete.
See, I would be more inclined to go with something like Out of Space by the Prodigy, or Ain't Talking About Dub by Apollo 440.
If it's going to be Apollo 440, it has to be King Krupa. Doom, doom,
What about
doom.
Christopher, A Spaceman Came Travelling?
Christopher. So who is in the Matrix community that looks like Christopher?
Who's in the meta community that looks like Christopher? Ooh.
Walking on the Moon.
Yeah,
I
the
think I'm going to
Police.
be going with King Crimson, 21st Century Schizoid Man.
Yeah, the Police. That's a good call.
Well, I've got
Obviously,
Zig
David
Sputnik.
Bowie's Space Oddity.
Zig Sputnik, Love Missile F-111.
Star Trek and Across the Universe, Martin.
Yeah, there you go. Trekking across the universe.
Midnight Blue
Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. The Final Countdown by Europe.
No, I wouldn't want that, because that's kind of like, once you've taken off, that's like you're signing your death warrant kind of thing. Are we going to get in the space? Ooh. Timeless by Goldie. That'd be quite nice. Space Cowboy.
Yeah. Man on the Moon, REM.
Oh, yeah. Girl from Mars, Ash. Well, I haven't heard Ash for a long time. Might have to listen to them later.
There was a song called Space Monkey, but I can't remember who sings it.
Oh.
I can't remember what it was. Who sings it?
What? The spaceman came traveling.
No, it's Space Monkey.
Okay. You could just go with a mixtape from Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and just be happy.
Yeah, totally. That's a wicked sound. In fact, both of the sounds actually pretty wicked.
We have indeed, Chris. We had Star Trek in.
Time to move the to rest.
Oh, let's go with this. What about what's the one where it's Starship Trooper? I lost my heart to Starship Trooper. Yep, that's a good one.
Flash by Queen.
I do feel that's Beard 16's theme tune. Mostly in the evenings.
I'm not sure I'd like that one though, Chris. I'd like to cross the universe on a fireball.
Fireball XL5 to Jerry Anderson.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Oh,
You know, from here that looks like a cat, Wayne.
yeah, it was a couple of them.
Let's go back to the rack.
Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Yep. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Go with that too if we're going to go all trippy.
This is the dawning.
It's a good track, to be honest.
Watcher of the Skies by Genesis.
Yep.
We should be writing these down.
You just play the video back afterwards.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, I'm just going to stick some lines around here so I know where I'm going to be doing some texturing.
Hi, Steve from SK Crafts.
Steve. Into the Void, Black Sabbath.
That's a good one. Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, another good one. Although a bit morbid.
Boom, boom, shake the room. House of Pain, Jump.
All right.
So that's a good track right there. You know that one?
Jump. Wasn't that by oh Christ.
House of Pain.
Yeah, that's it.
Or you could have Jump by Crisscross. Don't suggest it though. It's not particularly great. Sounds like this piece has given you a bit of jip, Wayne.
Just a little bit. No to worry about really though. Just want to get this top edge cleaned up.
Top old piece of work.
It's one of these really, really dry pieces of oak.
Yeah.
As soon as you look at it, you think, yeah, I'm going to have problems with this.
Every Planet We Reach is Dead by the Gorillas.
Oh, better yet, Spirit in the Sky.
Oh, Norman Greenbaum.
By Norman.
Yeah, the original. By Norman.
Yeah, the original one.
Yep.
Right, so I'm going to be using the Robert Sorby texturing tool now to put some texture in this. You want to have your tool rest a bit farther away than usual, so you can actually get the tool in there. You want to have the tool right on center, so the bar is horizontal when it's on center. And I find you get the best results using this tool going from sort of 12 o'clock, so the tool is pointing straight up and down, around to about 2 o'clock. I'll just stick some decoration on the bottom.
Hi, Clive.
Hi, Clive.
Lost in space.
I'll change the camera angle so you can see what's going on, see if any of these bloody cameras are working this time.
I've got to say Highway to the Danger Zone as well by Kenny Loggins.
I'm just
'cause I
thinking
sung it earlier.
we're going on up to the Wayne in the sky.
Space Truck in Deep Purple.
Oh, there we are.
Ooh.
Space Cowboy.
Yeah, there you go. Another one. That's a good film, that as well.
I don't know what colour it is, but I'm guessing it's kind of a silver.
A bit washed out.
That was
Sorry,
a,
guys. Wayne,
that
it's a
washed
wee
out?
bit washed out. It's a wee bit washed out, mate. You can kind of see the bottom of the bowl, but you can't
Right,
quite.
okay.
The top's a bit.
I'll just leave it on the overhead then. I think it'll be
Cool.
better at the moment.
Chris Sullivan says, "What's the lathe of the speed lathe, mate?"
The speed is about 500 for doing the texturing.
Yeah. Pink Floyd, welcome to the machine.
Scott, the blue light spaceman, is in the chat.
You should have called him Buzz, the blue light turner. Buzz, blue light turner to the rescue.
If we're getting a kind of spacey reference to the blue light turner, he is the baby in the sun and the Teletubbies.
Rocket Man, Elton John.
Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I
All
said
day.
that earlier.
Oh, supermassive black hole. New.
Oh, Black Hole Sun.
Across the Universe by the Beatles.
Scott, the blue light turner, must have received his brand. He's asking what he should run his logo on to logo onto first. Current suggestions range from back of his hand to the dark side of the moon. If you've got options there, Scott.
The song Dark Side of the Moon or the album Dark Side of the Moon.
You just have to do that whole album with that.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, you can't.
Welcome, outside. Welcome to the machine.
Mark, the gentleman turner, says, finally got music streaming my workshop today. He's been turning to Pink Floyd.
Good choice.
Joyce, Guns N' Roses is always good as well.
Yeah.
And Left Field.
Mr. Rubin says he puts on old school metal and hard rock.
Yeah. I'm rather partial to that. So are my next door neighbours. They don't know it, but they do.
See, what would you class as? What's the heaviest thing you listen to, JP?
Me? It kind of varies. So I sometimes go to Black Sabbath. So I once went to a concert called by a band called Funeral for a Friend. Sabretron, that's another good one. That's a band I listen to.
Right, I'm just knocking all the.
Iron Maiden.
Hold on a minute. Wait, hold on a minute.
I'm just knocking all the fuzzy bits off rather than doing a proper stand on this. That'll do. That will do.
That's looking very nice.
Um,
You really see the grain of the oak there, really
Yeah.
strongly in this camera.
Right, I'm going to put some sand and sealer on.
Is this getting Yorkshire gritted?
Nope.
Oh, you're fired again. Don't tell him. Nobody tell Glenn, right? This is all of our secret, folks.
So there's Iron Maiden, HIM, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Disturbed.
That's nice, man. That's coming out nice, Wade.
That's real nice.
Where are you, Wayne?
Oh, my life.
The crocs of turning are most in evidence. Did you climb underneath the bench?
Yeah, I climbed underneath the bench to get my paper towel, which I dropped earlier on.
Oh.
Why are you down there?
Yeah, you still owe me a $5, JP.
I just super jade you a tenner.
Right, I'm just going to knock that back with some Scotch-Brite pad. And then we'll start some fun.
Oh, here we go, folks.
Make sure
you're strapped in. T-5.
Oh.
Put some of these gouges away.
Right, Mr. Rubin puts on
Marty at Woody's Creation says he loves Iron Maiden and Justin Bieber.
Stace makes
not in the same room.
Stace makes said she had a cigarette with a singer from the Funeral for a Friend. He's a really nice guy.
I never got to meet him in person. I only saw him in concert.
Right. What I'm using tonight, the products I'm using come from a company called 10 Second Studios. They're American based. I bought these paints how long ago? 2 or 3 years ago. Martin Saban Smith was going to be importing them, and he had some to sell at UKIS one year. So I bought some. Sadly, that deal never went ahead, I think, because of the cost of import and things like this. So a few of us did actually manage to get them. You can import them from the States. They cost an absolute fortune. I think the link I've put on the video is to a company called 10 Second. Gold Leaf Products.
Yeah, that's right.
UK based. You can get metal reactive paints from them. They cost a fortune as well.
Okay, so everyone's going, oh yeah, I listen to metal. That's not metal. Goodness me.
Right, so I'm going to put a base coat of... Now, the way that the metal reactive paints work is that the paints have actually got the metal in them. So they've got metal dust in them. So I've got bronze, I've got iron, I've got copper, and I've got brass. Ooh. And what you do is you put the base coat down. Let's just pour some. Stick the lid back on. I'll pour some on and brush it in. That'll be the best way to do it. You stick a base coat down, and the base coat I'm using on this is going to be bronze.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I've textured this, so you've got to get the paint into all the texture and everything as well.
All the nooks and crannies.
Yeah, hopefully it'll go into the cracks that are in the wood as well. And what you do is you let the base coat dry, or it's recommended you let the base coat dry for an hour or so. I'm just going to use my hot air gun to dry it so we can get through this. Then what you do is you add either another coat of bronze if you want to keep the colour all an aged bronze look, or you can actually add a different colour on there. And I'm probably going to add some copper on, because when copper ages, it goes that lovely green colour.
Nice.
And it has got a reactor. That's the reactor there. And you have got to be extremely careful when you're using the reactor. They recommend you wear gloves. And also, on my recommendation, don't get it anywhere near anything to do with your lathe or chuck.
Oh, why not?
It will rust it in the blink of an eye.
Really?
Yes.
What does it do to your fingers?
What does it do to your fingers? It's an irritant.
Is it really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That stuff sounds nasty.
Unless you've got metal hands.
Unless you've got
Sure.
metal hands, in which case they're going to get rusty. So it's still
Yeah.
recommended that you wear gloves even if you've got metal hands.
So what you're saying is we should buy big spray bottles of that for when the machines take over.
Yeah. It will
Or-
certainly help.
Where
See, I'm not worried about the zombie apocalypse. I'm worried about the AI apocalypse. I'm just wondering.
welcome to the machine.
In any cracks, if you are turning wood with any cracks in, try and get the paint into the cracks as well. Because if the wood is going to move, if the cracks are going to develop, at least you're going to get a nice effect in the cracks as well. I'll even do the bottom, because I'm not going to take that foot off. I'm just going to leave it on.
15 minutes, Wayne, until we know whether it's a go or no go for fueling.
Okay.
And that's the 45. That will be the 45-minute mark till the countdown begins. So we're 15 minutes away before we know.
All right.
How are they going to get the rocket under the canopy of the fuel station?
It's America, mate. They're all bigger.
Oh, right.
Okay, I've got to shoot down the metal thing.
Eh?
I've got to shoot down Black Sabbath. They are not metal. That's rock.
Yeah,
Right.
but they were classed as metal when they first came out because there was nobody else doing it.
Oh, shocking.
To answer Scott out in the chat.
Yeah, Tony Iommi was like the class as the godfather of metal.
Scott, we won't know for sure until really right before launch. There's a bit of a tornado warning. So 50 minutes, we know if they're going to fuel. If they fuel, that's kind of, we're almost in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm going to probably, if it's okay with you, Wayne, I'll just say that we're probably going to do a bit of a hangout for those folks that are kind of spacey nerds. I'll post it in my Facebook feed.
Grand. What we are, 8:30. Let's see how quick I can get this done.
45 minutes for sure, an hour before they launch according to the current schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And SpaceX tend to be able go. They're not one of these people that kind of hold around for like half a day.
Right. No, that's actually quite warm, that is. I'll go ahead, bugger it. Right, so what I'm going to be using for putting this on, I'm just going to be putting some paint down onto my palette, and I'm going to be using a natural sponge just to put the paint on. And you put the reactor on while the second coat that you're putting on is wet. So I'll stick some copper on. And you can be very random with this because obviously you're wanting to have the aged verdigris type of look. So just, as old Henry used to say, splash it on all over. I'll stick some of the bronze on as well. Just get a different piece of sponge.
I can't. Oh, God.
Now, you won't. The annoying thing about using this, especially doing it in a live, is that you don't tend to see the proper effect until everything is dried off. So you're probably not going to see the effect of this properly until I post photographs tomorrow.
Is there anything you can do to speed up the process?
I could actually try drying once I've put the reactor on, but you need to have the reactor wet when you're turning. Sorry, not when you're turning. You need to have the reactor wet over the paint so it actually reacts with it, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Right, what I'll do, I'll just turn that on very low. I shouldn't get any splashes or anything, since how it is turned on very low, just to try and dry it off. A lot of the time, you don't need the hot air gun when you're drying things off. If you imagine hanging clothes out on a windy day, the wind actually dries it. So you don't really need any heat going towards it, but it does help, obviously.
Barry from Calais in the house.
Good evening, Barry.
From Mission Control Normandy.
I mean, talking about metal. I mean, some of the bands I used to watch in the 70s, he used to be sort of metal mixed in with blues. I mean, I sent Andy a couple of tracks from
Yeah, definitely.
Split by the Groundhogs.
Yeah. See, I would. Thing is, I come from a very, very heavy
Yeah.
metal, heavy metal, screamy, shouty, killy kind of music. Slayer.
Note to self. Note to self. Don't get trapped in a confined space with Andy.
With Andy.
Paul Lockwood says if you're into space things, then check out a channel on here called Dr. Becky.
No, we'll have nothing to do with Dr. Becky. I know Dr. Becky. I know Dr. Becky personally. We'll have nothing to do with Dr. Becky. Dr. Becky. She fell out with one of my mates, kind of thing, who was dating her at the time.
That sounds like a story and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm getting my dreadlocks back.
So oh yeah, Andy. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Are you? Who
Yeah.
took them? Did the police return them?
No. No.
Are you gonna have a lucky egg
No.
like Sanka from Cool Runnings?
My mum's gonna go nuts. She hates it, but I don't care.
That's
Is
because
it
you're a
bad?
big boy now.
Is it bad? Yeah, but I promised, mate. I made a promise.
Sanker is a
Ah.
small village in small former mining village in Scotland, quite near where Wayne lives.
Yeah, it is. It's one of these places where you drive through quickly because there's still people sitting on the street corners playing banjos.
Regardless, she is still my mother.
Bagpipes.
Very true.
Just in
If you
case,
make a promise-
just in case you don't get the total effect of this tonight, that's how it's going to turn out. I don't know how. Yeah, it's going to turn out square. Very rough, not sanded, but that's how the colours are going to be.
Nice.
Now, I did put a base of iron on this one, and it has actually started going orange because obviously the iron is being rusted by the activator.
Yeah.
Orange is
So,
the new oak.
A quick question: how would you seal that?
How would I seal it? Once it's totally dry, I'd probably see. I don't know if I'd actually do anything with it because it's supposed to look old.
Yeah, doesn't it? If let's say somebody would want to seal it, because doesn't it distort the color if you try sealing it?
To tell you the truth, Jamie, I'm not too sure. The last time I did a piece like this, it wasn't on textured wood; it was on plain wood and sanded. So I finished it with a wax.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll not be finishing this one with a wax. If I was finishing this one with a wax, it would probably be the let's see, where's my colours?
I believe I saw Martin using some sort of aerosol when he done metal reactives.
Right,
That was made for it.
Okay.
Twisted
Right,
Trees are saying that Yorkshire Grit isn't so good in corners.
It started to turn. Okay, the colour has started to go.
You can see it.
Mm.
There's a slight green tint to it.
Yeah, it's got a slight green tint to it now. I'll just dry. There's a couple of really wet parts here that I'll just give it a quick dry to, so I can get it reversed.
Dies in the chat.
Evening, Di, because I'm not really wanting to keep people here all night. What you can do once this is totally dry, you can actually increase the colour change by adding more reactor to it. Adding more paint and adding more reactor if you want to.
I just love this. He were talking about space, and Wayne's got reactors in his workshop. I've got this vision of Wayne being something of a Doc from Back to the Future. Doc Brown. Doc Brown, in this case, Doc Wayne. You need a white coat, mate. That would go well with us.
Yeah,
Right,
there you go.
there we go.
Oh, shit.
Hopefully by the time I get the inside turned, you'll see the difference.
Chris is suggesting that the ball is a subspace anomaly. I agree, number one. So somehow Wayne's positive whippersnapper compared to Jean-Luc Picard right now.
There we go. Right, where's my screwdriver? There it is.
He does look. He does. Picard. He is looking rather.
He's about 80.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Bless him. No. I don't know if anyone's watching it, and if anyone does watch it,
I like it. 7 and 9's in it. Jerry Ryan's in it.
Yeah,
all right.
I like 7 and 9.
yes, we do. That's a good thing.
Hang that back up, ready for the next time. And let's
her in this one.
Exactly, fingers. Where's Huey when we start talking about 7 and 9?
He'll be in
He'll be what?
He'll be in a sec. He would have
That's
just
not what I thought you said. I wasn't sure, but that wasn't what I heard.
He would have
Nice,
picked
yeah.
up someone talking about 7 and 9.
Subspace frequencies, someone talking about 7 and 9.
I'll start turning this, and I'm probably going to have to sharpen me gouges again.
Young Nick is suggesting that Huey is more likely to be watching it.
Yeah.
Mike suggests that it looks a lot cleaner and less smelly than putting a patina on copper.
Right.
Oh, great.
See if I can get a decent camera here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun,
Is it almost out?
Oh, no, it's fine now, mate. What we need is a theme from Space Odyssey as we get to the end of this. Dun, dun, dun. Johann Strauss, I seem to recall.
Also, Zach Zarazutha? Something
Yes,
like
sir.
that?
Yes, sir. In the chat, there's a bit of a conversation about 709. Di says the 709 resistance would be unnecessarily, let alone futile. Martin of Woody Spacious says, that's out loud, Di. She could assimilate me, no problem.
Yeah, we used to have a dog called Bog because he got assimilated.
Planet Suite by Holst. Boom, 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 boom. We'll just let them talk amongst themselves.
Fifth sharpness.
Okay. Coming up to the... Where are we?
2 minutes. T minus 47 minutes.
So we're coming up for fueling. Find out what's going on. 47 minutes, 36 seconds.
Yeah. For a go, no go to fuel.
Okay, so yeah, there's some moments in here. That was cool. We were around for that, but this is
Yeah.
pretty high up there. You know what I mean? We've got coronavirus. Yep, we're all there. We've done that.
Where were you when they launched that? Oh, we was in a hangout with Dale.
Yeah.
Were we?
Either that or we were watching Wayne.
I think we're watching Wayne. So we're listening for the go, no go. The weather's cleared, folks. This looks like it's going to go.
Let's get a bloody shift on them.
Pretty mad that we're going into space when we're having a great most of our own planet. We've still got the ocean.
Sounds like at the moment they're still going. They've still got to do the what you calling it?
Gonna go for fueling here in a minute. That gouge is devouring that, Wayne, but it must get blunt really quick. That gouge is devouring that, but it must get blunt pretty quickly.
Oh yes, it does.
Looks like it's a go.
Oh yeah. So Wayne, they've given the go for fueling, which means they're going to retract the launch arm.
Right.
So far, 45 minutes, sir.
45 minutes.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Plenty time.
Right. I'm not going to paint the inside of this. I'm just going to leave it natural.
We've got plenty of time.
Sorry?
Don't rush, mate. You've got plenty of time.
You want to get in settled with a glass of wine, ready to watch. Remember, folks, not only have we got the launch, but the Falcon 9 booster will also return to the Cape. No, actually, will land on the drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, out in the Atlantic Ocean. So the rocket that took the capsule up will return and land on a thing the size of a tennis court in the middle of the ocean.
And then it will get used again.
And then it's off again for probably to launch more Starlink satellites.
How many of these are they hoping to do, Dale?
Well, this is now a taxi service. They probably do dozens of these. One of these little capsules can carry 7 people at a pop. Cheapest ride into space in history.
Cool. Right, I'm going to start a GoFundMe. So if anyone wants to
think they're going to charge 70 million a seat.
No, 50.
Yeah, they were
It's
talking about
private.
it around.
Yeah,
around
they were
50.
talking about it earlier on. The two guys were talking about it earlier on, and they were saying it was going to be 50.
So
But
to
they were-
NASA
they
are
were-
getting charged 50, but private
They were also
citizens direct.
Yeah, they were
70.
saying that SpaceX could even charge cheaper than that.
Yeah, so the cost to NASA is 50K, but to get into orbit, they're talking about 17 million on a 7-seater, which is a fair old bit of cash. A lot to change.
Might take a while to go from me then.
So the arms retracting, Wayne, and they've armed the escape system now on the rocket while they start fueling.
That was a joke, obviously, wouldn't it?
Straight out of science fiction.
Wouldn't it?
Sorry, mate.
It'd make an interesting live, though, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean?
What, doing a rocket launch?
Yeah.
So the guy, the link I put in the chat is by a guy called Tim Dodd. He goes by the name of the Everyday Astronaut. Tim, I've watched Tim since he was like 7,000 subscribers. He's not science guy. He does all the stuff himself, sets all his scripts himself, covers every launch, and does educational videos. And he's a communicator. He's a really good guy. Go and chuck him. If you like what he's doing, go and chuck him a super chat when the launch goes. But between now and then, chuck a super chat in for Wayne, because he is turning one of the rocket nozzles that will be used on the next flight.
I'm getting to the thickness that I'm wanting here, but I've still got a fair bit to take out.
There's a fair bit of meat down the bottom by the looks of it.
Yeah, so I'm going to go onto my larger ball gouge, give that a quick sharpen.
What size is this one, Wayne? So while Wayne's sharpening, Tim is 3 miles from the rocket, sitting at the docks outside the large vehicle assembly building in Kennedy. His view is unprecedented. He has his own cameras there running 4K to be able to show the launch. Most of the stuff you're seeing right now is NASA feed in some fashion, gathered and collated by his earworm, who must have a nightmare of a job right now going on. Something's gone wrong.
Uh-oh.
Wayne, you're on camera, Andy.
Oh. Would that be... Why am I on camera, Wayne?
Wayne may have exploded during the fueling process.
Oh, no.
During the fueling process.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to AH Bespoke.
What have you got going on with that hair?
I'm sorting out my dreads, man.
Oh,
I've got to get the wax, so yeah.
the wax. Okay.
Yeah, that's in the house.
Never had dreads. Never. Yeah.
Um,
Houston, we have a problem. Not quite what SK Crafts put, but it's still very true. Claire's turned up. It's obviously her fault.
Yeah,
Hi.
it's Claire's fault.
Welcome to the AH Bespoke. Tonight I will be
Turning.
turning.
Mostly round in your chair.
Yeah, around my chair to face the camera because I wasn't before. So hi, sorry about that, folks.
Watch the chat for Wayne.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of weird.
Dun, 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 dun. Right. So, I'm
Well.
gonna drop.
You're going to have to dance or something.
Right, I'm back. I'm not very sure how long this is going to last.
There I am.
The computer switched off again. This is probably not going to last very long, but while the computer switched off, I'm just about got the thing now.
Get a fan on it.
I haven't got a fan in here yet.
Oh.
Has he joined the funnel club?
No.
He's joined the Rocket Club. Hey, Clive. How you doing?
Hi, Clive.
Chris Sullivan is convinced it's a subspace anomaly, Wayne.
Yeah. Deal shouldn't have mentioned me doing the bloody nose thing for it.
Oh, yes,
That was supposed to be a secret.
Yes, sir.
Right, guys.
Oh, well
That's
done,
it.
Dale.
Rough
bad.
and ready. I'll put my stupid camera back on while...
Okie doke. Why is that one called the stupid camera?
Because it's usually showing me.
Ah. There he is. As if by magic, a Wayne appeared. John PBH is in the chat. He's obviously late.
There we are, guys.
That looks really cool, mate. I'm going to try and
Very
get some of that stuff. I think that might work really well for us. It'd be interesting to see what it does with flat work.
I'll get some photos up tomorrow. You'll be able to see the colours much better when I put the photos up. I might give it a coat of lacquer as well. I don't know. What time are we on? Right, we're coming up 9 o'clock.
You got a £2 donation from Martin at Woody's Creations, Wayne.
Thank you, Martin. Much appreciated.
Couple of quid for the mayor.
I will, like I say, I'll get photos up so you can see what it looks like properly. I might give it a coat of lacquer in the morning before I do the photos. It's not that bad. It's not that shabby.
Not bad at all, mate. Not bad at all.
That's it.
Not bad at all.
Right, I am going to stop it there.
I'll drop the link to the live feed into your chat again, Wayne.
Okay. I am going to stop it there because we're going to go and watch
The Everyday Astronaut and the launch.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Much appreciated. Can you message me that link, Deal? Because I'll not get to see the.
Certainly will, sir. Certainly will, sir. I think I've already done it already, but.
Oh
absolutely.
yeah. We've got the link for the two guys. I've already got that. Yeah.
Yep, same link. They were only covering for Tim while he was off camera.
Right.
Having some lunch. He's been there for hours.
Okay.
I'll possibly be posting a hangout for some of you lovely space nerds over my Facebook page. So we'll probably only be able to take, I don't know, maybe 100 into that chat, and we'll just take it from there.
Oh, Claire's in. Hi, Claire. Didn't see you. And Debbie as well. Thank you, Debbie. Right, I'm going to end now and go and get sorted, ready to watch this. Like I say, sorry it was a short one. It will be longer next week, and that's what she said.
Ba-boom.
Hit the bloody button.
Hit the button, sir. Hit the button.